we've got a great, exciting announcement to make. We really do appreciate all of the work of our Chief Technology Officer, Vivek Kundra, who is here, and his Office of the Chief Technology Officer. Literally, the District of Columbia government is trying to find new ways to not only make sure that we're working smarter, more efficiently, but that we're really trying to do it in a cost-effective way. And today's announcement, which is a partnership between the District of Columbia and Google Incorporated, really is not just something that's great, new, and exciting for the District of Columbia. It's something that's great, new, and exciting for governments everywhere, because it is really a first-of-its-kind partnership between any municipal government and Google Incorporated. Let me just say we've been joined by Director Vivek Kundra, our Chief Technology Officer, by J.L. Needham from Google, and from David Mihalchik of Google as well. Let me talk a little bit about the partnership, and then I'll turn it over to the Chief Technology Officer, who is our subject matter expert. Two parts to the partnership. One, we have a search engine now on our dc.gov website that is powered by Google technology. The second part is that we've added the capability for outside search engines, including Google, to have access to parts of our website that did not have access to the website before. So what does this mean for the residents of the District of Columbia? What does this mean for the government of the District of Columbia? It really means that the government is going to operate more efficiently, more quickly, and easier. It will mean that you can, if you need to find information on the District of Columbia government website, that information will be easier to find. When we took office going on 10 months ago, we promised a more transparent, a more accountable government for the residents, for the businesses, and for visitors alike. Today's announcement is another key step in making that a reality. This partnership is the first of many that we believe will make the opportunities and lives of district residents easier to access government services. And now, to talk a little bit more in detail about how this is going to improve the work of the District of Columbia government, our Chief Technology Officer, Vivek Kundra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In order to advance the Mayor's vision and mission of building a more transparent, accountable government, what we have done is we have partnered with Google specifically to make information that would not normally be searchable by Google to be available to the entire public and the world at large. And what does this mean? It has two phases. The first part is looking at those databases that are not indexed right now, everything from tickets to schools to looking at information around crime and contracts and how much those contracts are now going to be able to be searched just through the Google engine and available throughout. Second part of this is we're working with Google to build enterprise search, which will place more information in the hands of government workers to allow them to run operations much more efficiently and easily. And as an example, from a constituent's perspective, David Mihalchik, who is a DC resident, has helped us put this together in terms of the partnership, and he found that he had unclaimed property that he didn't know about. But beyond that, there are many, many more benefits of this partnership in terms of democratizing information and allowing the public to have access to information that they normally would not have, and more specifically, everything from a parking ticket, being able to enter it on the website and going directly to the link and being able to pay for it. As you look at consumer technologies, more and more of those technologies are what constituents, residents, visitors, businesses are used to, and what we want to do is make it a lot easier to use technology and advance the Mayor's vision.
Wonderful.
With that, what I'd like to do is introduce JL to speak a little bit about the partnership.
Thank you, Vivek. So J.L. Needham with Google. I'll be speaking about one part of this partnership, the part by which we are making certain that all the information that's public that the district provides on its websites is easily found within search engines. And not just Google, all search engines. This is based on an open source technology, which means that it's free for all to use and nobody benefits specifically. To give you an example of what I'm talking about, if you have a hobby, or let's say you're interested in a particular presidential candidate and you go online and search for information about them, you can expect to find the best sources to get an answer to your question. If, however, you're looking for healthcare information, let's say for an elderly parent, or perhaps a small business loan, or maybe even public safety is a concern to you in your neighborhood, you could expect to get the right answer, but sometimes you won't, and that's because we search engines struggle to make public sector information accessible to users. This is partly because governments produce lots of information. Their agencies must disseminate volumes and volumes of public records and service information, and sometimes we search engines can't see it all, can't add it to our index. And with this technology that the district has begun implementing with Google's help, that information, where it resides on district websites, is now easier to find on Google services and other search engines. We're very pleased to be undertaking this partnership with the district, both for district citizens who are our users, but also to show a model to federal government, which struggles with this issue as well, which is the world's largest web publisher, and where we at Google sometimes don't have the best answer to questions that the federal government can best offer to citizens. So again, we're very pleased to be part of this partnership, and I'll now introduce my colleague, David Mihalchik, who will talk about the other half of this partnership.
All right.
Good afternoon. Thank you, JL. Thank you, Mayor Fenty. Thank you, Vivek. My name is David Mihalchik. I'm responsible for business development and partnerships for the Google Enterprise Federal team. Google Enterprise is the part of Google that's focused on bringing the flexibility, the ease of use, and the efficiency of Google consumer technology to government and to business. We are very pleased today to be working together with the mayor and with his chief technology officer to make public information easier to find for district citizens. That's what this is about. It's about better constituent service, something that this mayor has been absolutely dedicated to. There's an explosion of information that's available across all levels of government today, and the district is devoting a considerable amount of information and resource into creating and maintaining all of that information for public consumption. But if citizens can't access it, if they can't find it, it's not useful to them, and that's really the challenge that we're trying to address. Better search technology will help citizens to increase their efficiency and effectiveness. It will help government to increase its efficiency and effectiveness, and it will mean a higher return on investment for DC's information resources and expenditures. As the mayor said, and as Vivek said, more and more people are turning to the web to find government information and use government services. Citizens are consumers as well, and citizen expectation about the kind of experience they should be having with internet-based government services is driven by that experience with consumer technology. So users are expecting that same experience that they have on Google.com, on Amazon.com, on eBay.com. They expect that same experience will be available to them on government sites. So we at Google often hear the question from leaders like the mayor and Vivek, how come my site can't work just like Google works? Why can't it just work like Google.com? And the answer is that it can. And Google Enterprise will continue working with federal, state, and local governments around the country and around the world to make this increasing load of information easier to find, easier to organize, and easier to share. And that's helping the government to serve constituents better than ever before. Google's philosophy is that search should be simple, fast is better than slow, and focus on the user above all else. And when you go to find something on Google.com, you type in one or two terms and you find it. And the same is now true for the experience that constituents will have on Google.com and on DC.gov. So if you're looking for information on education, on crime, on insurance, you find it just as easily as you do in other places. So again, we applaud the leadership of Mayor Fenty and his Chief Technology Officer. We are very pleased to be working together, and we thank you for this opportunity to work together for the benefit of this great city. Thank you.
All right.